Greetings coffee lovers, welcome to an all new Right Roast. Today is very special because normally I talk about coffee roasters and I promote them, but today we're going to talk about green coffee. What is it? Who deals in it? Well, specifically today's episode is about a company called Nordic Approach. They are a green coffee buyer. Basically, your lovely roasted coffee looks like that. Light brown, if it's right roasted, but before it's even roasted, it looks like that. Green coffee. It's sort of a very pale green, and sometimes it doesn't even look green, but green coffee is what it's called. And it's basically the processed raw beans. So it's after they've been picked from the trees and after they've been processed, i.e. washed or sun-dried, but before they've been roasted, they go to the green coffee buyer. And then of course the green coffee buyer will sell on to the roasters. So Nordic Approach has been running since 2011. It was founded by a man called Morten Westergaard. Now, he actually co-founded it with Tim Wendelboe, amongst others. And Tim Wendelboe, as we all know, is one of the most prominent faces in specialty coffee. Now, Nordic Approach are not the only specialty coffee, green coffee buyers. There are a few others, to name a couple: Falcon, Raw Materials. These are all very reputable companies. So what a green coffee buyer will basically do is be at the farms, building relationships with the farmers, making sure that the quality is really high, and transparency, traceability, all these things that obviously specialty coffee roasters pride themselves in. The green coffee buyer will be completely in line with that as well. And we had the pleasure of meeting Morten at a cupping at Assembly in South London. And of course this is what they do, which is show you the work that they're doing, the progress that they're making, and it's all very exciting to see that people like Nordic Approach are the ones who are really responsible for raising the bar year after year in terms of specialty coffee. I picked three that were unusual to talk about, which we'll taste today. When we've got one from Burundi, one from Colombia, and most unusual is an Indonesian. Now, Morten said that Indonesia is an emerging country in terms of specialty coffee, but not sure yet about their standards and practices as to whether there's going to be a long-term relationship. So, let's try a bit, see what all the fuss is about. So we'll start with Burundi. Burundi is from Kayanza, and there's not going to be too much information on the pack. This isn't what's going to be on shelves in the shop. So, here we go. Lovely. It's got almost sticky mouthfeel. Instantly you get a kind of caramel sweetness. Great balance, and a terrific coffee. Now we got another tiny sample bag, which must mean this one's very precious, from Hernando Gomez, Colombia. Beautiful balance, very gentle, hardly any acidity, and that's a bit unusual for a Colombian, so I would call this one a quirky Colombian. I love it, it's weird, it's great. Finally, West Java, Indonesian. Very unusual now to be drinking an Indonesian specialty coffee, but very exciting. It's a kind of butterscotch sort of smell. There's a lovely kind of sweetness there, and it's really gentle, very similar to the Colombian in terms of acidity level, but flavor-wise, quite different. There's almost a sort of sun-dried tomato flavor, and I think it's terrific. It's got the layers of complexity that you would expect in specialty coffee, and really surprising to see it come from an Indonesian coffee. And well, I really hope to see more from Asia. Who knows? So basically, this has been a special episode because I can't tell you where to get these coffees because they supply so many people these days. But if you were to look into the green coffee buyers and do your research, you could find out who they're supplying. And also it just tells you the shape of things to come. And it's all very exciting. And watch out for more episodes about green coffee buyers. And for now, remember, light roast is the right roast.